I'm Jason. This is Kim and Mishka, and this is ARGO. She's a 1991 Granger sailing cat that we renovated so we could live aboard. We're learning as we go, making memories and a few mistakes, and squeezing the most out of every day. Thanks for coming along for the ride.
We've just arrived on Kingfisher Bay Resort and we're just doing we did a bin run, and now we're just going to grab a bit more milk, and then happy days, we'll get on our way up to Wetumba. So just passing through Little, and Big Woody is over there on our way up through the Sandy Straits, heading up into the bay proper. Little squally, so we had reefed in a little bit. We just let a little bit more out, then we just had 30 knots, but it's back down now to 17, 18, so that's a little bit more manageable. It's supposed to be beautifully sunny days for the next 5 days, and we've just had rain non-stop. So, Weather Bureau, hey? But still really lovely out here, and we were using today's, it was forecast for some wind today, so we were using that to get up into the bay. And then allegedly it's going to be beautiful for the next few days, not much wind at all. So hopefully we can hole up there and do a bit of fishing.
So we are right at the very top of the Sandy Straits, coming out into the entrance of Hervey Bay. We're just near Moon Point, and we're making a right turn through a narrow passage which will take us close to the land and offer us some protection from some of this wind that's about at the moment. It's blowing 22 knots true at the moment. We've had up to 31 and a half, a bit of a blast that came through before with a squall. Right here where we are is very nice, even though the wind is on our beam, so we're feeling all of it. We've got about 15 knots at the moment, which is no problem at all. It's very nice. Deceptive though when you look up and you see how close you're going to come to the point and land. I'll make more of a swerve to the right in a few minutes' time, and you don't see the sandbank that's pretty much directly in front of us, but there is one between that sandbank and the very point of the land, which is, that's the sandbank there. We're going to just shuffle right through here and then hug the coastline out the other side of it and up this way. We could easily go out on the other side, but I think it'll be nicer getting a little bit more protection from the land. And I don't think we've sailed through here before, so that'll be nice. Mishka's driving.
But yeah, we are very close to the beach, and we're just sliding through. It's really gentle and so pretty, but you could absolutely swim to the beach from here. Yee.
So we're just coming up on Coongal Creek, which is the site of one of our worst anchoring experiences in the past. It looks beautiful and tranquil now. There's two other boats anchored up there, two other catamarans. That's pretty much where we were. But the wind spun around on us through the night and put us onto a lee shore, and there's a sandbank off to the left there that as the tide came up, the wind came over the top of it and the swell came over the top of it as well and was smashing straight into us, pushing us closer and closer to the shore. It was just an awful, awful night. There was no sleep, and it was actually too dangerous to try and up the anchor and move in the middle of the night with the conditions that we had. We were bouncing so hard. So we just rode it out until the morning, and then we lifted anchor and we went over to Big Woody Island for a rest and some sleep.
Didn't somebody break anchor and...
Yes, that same night, a different, I'm not sure whether it was a cat or a mono, but their anchor broke free or the chain broke or something, but he went straight onto the shore and grounded the boat. Not the site of happy memories for us, but certainly looks terrific at the moment.
Good morning. This is kind of near Triangle Cliff on Gari. A little bit further up this way is Watumba, and then around to the end there is Rooney Point, and then from there you go out to Lady Elliot and Lady Musgrave. Back this way, and this other part of the curve is Harvey Bay or Urangan, and that takes you further up the coast towards the Cape, which is where we're trying to get to, but we've got to stay south of Gladstone for the rest of this month. So we chose this part of the coastline because why wouldn't you? I mean, it's just stunning. We've had, I don't know, 5 days of rain. So to wake up this morning to this absolutely glorious day is just so heartwarming. And that's part of the reason why we want to do this. You know, this is a beautiful part of our country and I just can't get enough of it. So this morning we came across to the beach. I swam over because I need the exercise, but I made Jason come beside me in the tender because I didn't want to get eaten by a shark on sort of day 5 of the trip. Thought that would be a little bit uncalled for. So we came across and did that, and now he's over here tinkering away, making his sign for the Percy's. We'll drop into Middle Percy on the way through, and you can put a sign of your boat name up there. And we're now members of the Percy Island Yacht Club, so we want to leave a little memento there. So he's tinkering away in the background making that. What a stunning location to do it. So season 3 is well and truly underway. Hello, Gary. Nice to be back.
Many times lately I have asked myself why I put up with all of the boat jobs, the breakages, the costs of boat life, and happily today I am reminded. Just spectacular today. Yes, I'll take more days like this. Thanks very much.
We've just come in from the beach and we have some leftover dough from the pizza last night. So I'm going to make a Lebanese lunch. Got some chicken defrosting outside. It's probably not the right thing to do, but anyway, it's in the sun. So I'm going to start with some hummus. I'm going to make a tabbouleh. It's my version of tabbouleh. It's how I like to do it, and it's also, we're on a boat, so it'll be what it'll be. So first up is the hummus. So in here is some chickpeas with a little bit of the juice from that, 2 tablespoons of tahini, a little bit of cumin, some garlic and some salt, and a touch of cayenne pepper because we kind of like a bit of spice. There's also lemon juice of 1 lemon, but you don't put it all in to start with because you got to test your tang. And there's also a little bit of the leftover juice from the chickpeas just in case I need to loosen this up a little bit more. That's going to go in the NutriBullet. Tabbouleh is, we have just recently provisioned, so we've got some parsley and some tomatoes, so I've gone with that. Technically should be shallots, don't have those, so we're using red onion. That'll get some lemon juice and a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I've got the dough from last night ready to go to make the flatbreads. And then we'll just put some cumin, paprika, olive oil, salt, pepper, oregano, or am I supposed to say oregano? I never get that right. Anyway, that's all going to go in with the chicken. and Jace will put that up on the barbecue and we'll have that as well. So it should be a relatively quick piece. Oh, what I didn't mention, sorry, in the tabbouleh that's not really tabbouleh is in here I'm just boiling up some quinoa, which I actually prefer to the burger wheat. It's got a better texture for me, and I can use the quinoa then for other dishes. So I feel like it's got dual purpose, which is the rule on the boat. So that will be part of the tabbouleh as well. Righto, so we'll get on with it. That's him done. The quinoa just beeped at us, which was very convenient. So he boiled for 15 minutes, sat for 10 minutes just with the lid on, and now with the lid off you can fluff it up. For me, the flavour of this, the nuttiness of this, is much nicer in the tabbouleh. So I'm very sorry to everyone that knows how to make it properly, but it's a nice twist, and so that's what we're doing. So that will go into there and get mixed up. So give us a minute and we'll get the chicken organised and job will be tidy.
Well, we may not have all the luxurious space of the bigger boats, but we still have everything that we need. And to be doing it in this sort of environment, I'm pretty happy with that. Magnificent beach over there. It's so white and fine, beautiful sand. The water temperature at the moment is almost 26 degrees. Beautiful.
Not a lot of dough left over from the pizza, so we're only going to have 2 flatbreads, so I might have to supplement with some tortillas that we've already got. I'm just waiting for this guy to do his bubbling. Actually feels good. My fingers are too... Oh, look at that. Hey. Happy days. And we didn't have a rolling pin because it's only got one use, unless you count hitting a squid with it. So we've used a SodaStream bottle to do it. You know, 2 uses. Does the trick. That's all you need, right? Nearly there. Ta-da!